All right, big news coming in. Prime Minister Modi speaks with President Donald Trump. Big news that we're tracking this hour. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to US President Donald Trump, and the two leaders review progress in India-US comprehensive global strategic partnership, and their leaders exchange views on expanding cooperation in trade, critical technologies, energy, defense and security. So this is the big news that we are tracking, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to President Donald Trump. Both leaders agree to work closely to address shared challenges and advance common interest. All right, Arun Sharma joins us on the phone line to talk more on this. Arun, what more you can tell us?
Well, indeed, if you recall this, Abhishek, that both the leaders had a telephonic conversation on the birthday of Prime Minister Modi as well. Now, Donald Trump also wished Prime Minister Modi on his birthday, September 17th, 2025. And at that time also, they both focused on the fact of the comprehensive global strategic partnership. And today, in the continuation, what we have been knowing right now is that both the leaders have agreed to work on the shared challenges and advance the common interest. Now, common interest, of course, means various aspects, various sectors, including the trade aspect as well. Now, interestingly, we also know this fact that both the leaders have reviewed the progress in the India-US comprehensive global strategic partnership. And this global strategic partnership was adopted, this term was adopted in 2020. The ties were elevated from the strategic partnership to the global strategic partnership. And this, of course, means that, both the countries are working together in the critical, important and strategically important sectors as well. Now, in today's phone call, the leaders exchanged views on expanding cooperation in critical technologies. That, of course, means the AI, the semiconductors, and various other critical sectors, the critical technologies. And, of course, energy, defense, and security were also discussed as far as the telephonic conversation is concerned. Now, both the sides also focused upon the compact, that means catalyzing opportunities for military partnerships, accelerated commerce and technology. Now, this is basically India-US compact. That means all the diverse aspects, the sectors like defense, military, trade and commerce and technology were discussed. Now, we should not forget this fact that the trade representative from the US was also in India recently, and the trade negotiations, the trade talks are also happening. And in that context, when this phone call is happening, that means India-US relationship are now moving gradually towards that important and significant trade deal as well. And, we should also not forget this fact that, India and US are engaging in various sectors, including defense, including critical sectors, energy, defense, and of course, the trade as well. So in that context, this telephonic conversation gives the sense that this indeed is a significant step towards, moving the direction of various sectors, including the trade aspect as well, Abhishek.
Yes, significant step in moving towards the direction. Also, Arun, were any new initiatives or agreements, discussed during the leaders' exchange of views, or also, like you said, how does this phone call, this discussion reflect the current trajectory of India-US relations?
So absolutely, what we have been seeing, Abhishek, that, the tariff is becoming the cause of concern for globally, majorly all the countries and specifically the developing nations as well. Now, we know this fact that India is facing a massive 50% tariff from the US side. But on the, simultaneously, what we are witnessing that the trade negotiations are also happening. And, various trade, the sources in the ministry have told us earlier also that the trade negotiations between India and US are going in a positive direction. So this gives a sense that, yes, as far as the trade aspect is concerned, both India and US are moving in a positive direction. And, various sources are also telling us earlier that, anything on the trade aspect can be expected very soon as well, because both sides are considering each other's concern and also focusing upon the fact that how can both the countries can mutually benefit. So in that aspect, yes, this is going to be a significant aspect, because the indication is very much clear that both India and US focused upon the India-US compact. Now, this compact means catalyzing opportunities for military partnerships, accelerated commerce and technology. That means both sides are focusing upon commerce and technology. And we should not forget this fact, Abhishek, that recently the major US tech giants have made investment commitments in India. We know this fact that Microsoft, be it Intel, the Amazon, they have committed massively to invest in India as far as the tech is concerned, the data centers are concerned. So US companies are heavily investing and coming up with their massive investment plans as far as countries like India is concerned. So this showcases that how corporates of USA, the big giants of USA, are more than eager to invest in India, be it Andhra Pradesh, be it Pune, be it the western part of the country. They are more than eager, they're more than curious to invest in India. Intel, Microsoft are heavily investing in data centers. And of course,
all right, yes, this is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi posted on X, had a very warm and engaging conversation with President Trump. We reviewed the progress in our bilateral relations and discussed regional and international developments. India and the US will continue to work together for global peace, stability and prosperity. Arun, also, has there been any indication of follow-up meetings or maybe joint working groups emerging from this conversation?
Well, when two leaders speak to each other, they talk on the macro aspect, and they've already given this indication that both the leaders have had a comprehensive talk as far as various sectors are concerned on the India-US global strategic partnership. And strategic partnership, and of course, the global strategic partnership means various sectors are being included in that aspect, and of course various ministry levels they of course interact with each other at various levels and engage with each other on various sector specific approach. But when two leaders when they hold these kind of phone calls and telephonic conversations, they talk on the macro level, and of course the focus is on critical technology. So that is what we have been told, that both the leaders have specifically focused upon the trade aspect, the energy, the technology, and in that also specifically the critical technologies is going to be a very significant aspect. And as I was mentioned it earlier also, that the US companies are more than eager and they want to invest in India, and they have made massive, more than 1.5 lakh crore of massive investment commitment has been made by the tech giants of USA like Microsoft. Similarly, we are witnessing massive investment commitments from tech giants like Intel, from Google, from Meta as well. So all these, tech companies or the massive big giants of tech from USA are investing massively in India, and as far as the AI and the tech sectors are concerned. So yes, India is already, engaging with USA in various sectors, and in that context, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's telephonic conversation with US President is going to be very much significant now going forward, because, we notice that parallelly or similarly or side by side, the trade negotiations are also happening between India and USA. So in that context, this telephonic conversation can give a major push or boost to the trade negotiations of both the sides as well.
All right. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks with President Donald Trump, and both leaders agree to work closely to address shared challenges and advance common interests. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for your input, Sarun.